Macbeth, by William Shakespeare, genre, drama, tragedy. Macbeth is a classic tragedy written by the celebrated playwright William Shakespeare, believed to have been first performed in 1606. The play, set in medieval Scotland, delves into themes such as unchecked ambition, power, betrayal, and the consequences of pursuing desires without moral restraint. The story follows the rise and fall of Macbeth, a Scottish nobleman, and his wife, Lady Macbeth, as they succumb to their own ambitions, eventually facing a tragic demise. The play begins with three mysterious witches who prophesize that Macbeth, a brave and loyal general, will become the Thane of Cawdor and ultimately the King of Scotland. They also foretell that Banquo, Macbeth's closest friend and fellow general, will be the progenitor of a line of kings, although he will not become one himself. Intrigued and fascinated by the witches' prophecies, Macbeth and Banquo share this news with each other, and Macbeth becomes increasingly obsessed with the idea of ascending to the throne. When King Duncan of Scotland rewards Macbeth with the title of Thane of Cawdor for his exceptional courage and skill in battle, the first part of the witch's prophecy comes to fruition. This further fuels Macbeth's ambition, and he starts to consider the possibility of seizing the throne by force. He confides his thoughts to his wife, Lady Macbeth, who becomes the driving force behind his quest for power. She cunningly persuades him to murder King Duncan while he is a guest at their castle, ensuring a swift ascension to the throne. Macbeth, encouraged by Lady Macbeth's machinations, kills King Duncan in his sleep and cunningly frames the guards for the murder. He is subsequently crowned king, but his paranoia and guilt begin to consume him. In an effort to secure his position and eliminate potential threats, Macbeth orders the assassination of Banquo and his son Flaunce. Although Banquo is killed, Flaunce escapes, leaving Macbeth fearful of the witches' prophecy regarding Banquo's descendants and the possible threat they pose to his rule. Haunted by his actions and desperate for reassurance, Macbeth seeks out the witches again, who provide him with three new prophecies. They warn him to beware of Macduff, a Scottish nobleman who has grown suspicious of Macbeth's meteoric rise to power. They also assure Macbeth that he will remain undefeated until Birnam Wood, a nearby forest, comes to his castle at Dunsinane, and that no man born of a woman can harm him. Emboldened by these seemingly impossible conditions, Macbeth continues his tyrannical and ruthless reign. However, driven by fear and paranoia, Macbeth orders the brutal slaughter of Macduff's family, which spurs Macduff to join forces with Malcolm, King Duncan's son, and an English army to overthrow the tyrant. Meanwhile, consumed by guilt and despair, Lady Macbeth begins to sleepwalk and inadvertently confesses her role in the gruesome murders. Overwhelmed by her own conscience, she ultimately takes her own life. As the English army, led by Malcolm and Macduff, approaches Macbeth's castle, they cut down branches from Birnam Wood to use as camouflage, thus fulfilling the second prophecy. Macbeth, realizing the prophecy is coming true, faces the advancing army, still clinging to the belief that no man born of a woman can harm him. In the final, dramatic confrontation, Macbeth and Macduff engage in a fierce battle. Macduff reveals that he was born by caesarean section, thereby not technically born of a woman. This revelation stuns Macbeth, and Macduff proceeds to kill him, fulfilling the last prophecy and avenging the deaths of his family and the many victims of Macbeth's tyrannical rule. Macduff hails Malcolm as the rightful King of Scotland, restoring justice and order to the kingdom. Macbeth serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition, the corrupting nature of power, and the consequences of betrayal. The play delves into the psychological effects of guilt and paranoia on those who choose immoral paths to achieve their goals, ultimately leading to their self-destruction. The tragic fate of Macbeth and Lady Macbeth serves as a potent reminder that the pursuit of power without a moral compass can lead to devastating consequences. In addition to its thematic depth, Macbeth is known for its memorable characters, vivid imagery, and poetic language. The play also contains some of Shakespeare's most famous lines, including, "Fair is foul, and foul is fair," and, "Out, out, brief candle." Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. These lines underscore the play's themes of moral ambiguity, the fleeting nature of life, and the ultimate futility of power gained through immoral means. Macbeth has remained a popular and influential work in literature and drama throughout the centuries, with numerous adaptations for the stage, film, and other mediums. It has been performed by renowned actors and directors, exploring various interpretations and perspectives of the story. The play continues to be studied and analyzed for its insights into human nature, power, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. Through its exploration of these themes and its vivid portrayal of the tragic consequences of power and ambition gone awry, Macbeth remains a compelling and timeless work. Its enduring popularity attests to the play's ability to resonate with audiences, providing a cautionary tale that continues to captivate and serve as a potent reminder of the darker side of human nature.